Why men are giving up on relationships. Apparently this is a really good video. I've been recommended this several times in my comment section, so let's check it out.
Wonder. So men are giving up on women, and it is no wonder. Once again, we can point the finger at technology. And as with many of the modern problems, if we would just erase the internet magically, then things would start to return back to normal. But we know we can't do that. We can't go back in time. And so we have to live with what we have. We have to live in a society where everyone is on the internet more and more. And people notice each other and look at each other in the real life less and less, and become more and more disconnected, and so on and so forth. But like I said, men are giving up on women, and I can see this even in some of the comments that I had on my videos on this channel. Now that I finally have a little bit more views than before, in the thousands, I get also comments, which I'm really grateful for. Please comment below if you have something to say after watching this video. And I have seen very negative comments from guys towards life and towards women and towards relationships. And I wanted to make this video to just tell you guys out there that please don't give up. Because the thing is, if you struggle with finding a relationship, if you struggle with finding a partner, then it's not gonna get any better or any easier if you give up. It's like if you are...
True failure is when you stop trying anyways. When you quit, then you've lost. So everything he's saying, apply all the finance stuff, because it's a finance channel. Apply all the financial stuff that you're learning and picking up. Intertwine it with that, then you're golden.
Somebody who is not particularly attractive. You don't have status, you don't have money, you don't have a nice car.
You're
which
fat.
We all know in today's world actually matters a lot when you're trying to find a woman. And I mean, there is literally research on the fact that if you have a nice fancy car in the background in your Tinder pictures, then you are more likely to get matches from women. So it's just
crazy.
But the thing is, if you're not particularly attractive or tall or whatever, then if you are cynical and pessimistic and negative about finding a woman, then it's just gonna make things worse. Because the fact is, this world is not fair. This world has never been fair. And in fact, this world right now is more fair than it's ever been, in a sense. Life used to be even more tough than it is now. People used to die all the time from basic diseases and shit like that. Like, I probably would have died already if I lived before technology, because I have not been blessed with the best genetics when it comes to, you know, staying healthy from flus and the like. So we live in a world where everything is easier than ever. So if you think about it, can you really just sit there by the computer and watch videos about how dating sucks and how life sucks and how women suck and how everything sucks and everything is unfair? Can you really just sit there and complain and dwell in that self-pity when you know that life is not fair anyway? Like, there are rules to this game that is life, and we have to play by those rules. And when we are given worse cards than some other people, then it means we have to work harder. And it sucks. I know it fucking sucks. But it is.
But you know what's crazy though about the people who have to work harder? Usually if you hone in on, if you just accept, okay, I'm really sure I'm a midget, okay, I'm 3 foot, whatever it is, and you accept all of these things and you start working towards them, there's something that's going to shift. There's going to be a change where, bro, I've seen Hasbulla is like this tall, but yet he's super famous. He now hangs around with Khabib. If you know anything of what I'm talking about, you'd understand. Had he have said, I'm the size of a trophy, I could never amount to anything, he will not be where he is today. So you need to take, what is it unique about me? I'm really, really sure. Okay, cool. If you're really ugly, lean into it. I've seen a ton of people blowing up on TikTok for being hideous, basically, for being ugly. And they call themselves ugly and they've blown up. People with huge necks, got neckzilla, they call themselves, they've blown up. So you just have to lean into what you're being given.
It is what it is. Like, we literally can't change it. There's nothing we can do. And when there is something we can do nothing about, then we need to not focus on that thing at all. When there is something that you can actually make no change about, then you should ignore that thing completely. So for example, if you are a bit short, or you don't have a nice jawline, you don't have a nice body, well, with your body you can always go to the gym, you can always run. So those are things you can do something about. But your height, you can never do anything about your height. And everybody knows that women do care about height. So if you are shorter, then it means that you have less chance of finding a woman, because it's just the facts, it's just the rules of the game, and you have started this game of life with a disadvantage. But it is something you can literally do nothing about, not the height itself. So instead of having bad energy, which is something people can sense, because people are so good at seeing these micro expressions. So when you actually feel resentful and negative towards, let's say, for example, women, because you haven't found a girlfriend, because maybe you're short or something else, for whatever other reason, maybe your personality is super introverted and you're really nervous and all these things, you don't have the confidence by default. There's many reasons why we are handicapped, right? And I know if there are short men watching this video, you're gonna hate me for talking about this like this, because I'm average height, so it's easy for me to say things.
Easy for you to say, yeah.
You have to understand, I am making this video because I want to help other guys. I want to just offer points of views. So if you hate me for being average height and talking about these things as if they are simple, then I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to give perspective for guys that you could have a little bit more positive attitude towards life, which I know it comes from the inside. So even if I tell you these things, maybe nothing will change, but it's like, what else can you do? That's what I'm trying to say. What else can you do? Because there are some things in life that you literally cannot change at all. You literally can't do anything about. So you need to then simply, again, you need to focus on the things you can change, and you need to have the positive mindset and outlook, because people can, like I said, see that and sense that, and it's so massively important. And once again, my own anecdotal experience with finding my girlfriend a little bit over a year ago is that if I had this attitude that nothing's gonna ever work anyway, because I was single for 9 years and I was on the online dating apps, and what I learned through those dating apps was that women online, at least, were ridiculously and utterly boring, and like it felt like, what the hell can I do with women are like this these days, like Jesus Christ. But still, I always had that dream that I'm gonna find a woman, and that's why when I saw and met my girlfriend at the medieval festival, it's a longer story. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing here in this video, but I messaged her after the festival, and because I messaged her after the festival, we started talking, and of course I was thinking, based on my experience, that yeah, she's probably gonna maybe say hi to me and then not talk to me at all whatsoever. That was my experience. It was based on, I had a really negative outlook on things. I was thinking, yeah, well, I'm gonna send her a message, and it's probably not gonna go anywhere, but I'm gonna still do that because I will never give up. And now I'm in a fantastic relationship because I took that action and because I was positive. So even though I know that you can't at all times force yourself to be positive, I am saying, what else do you got? What else do you have than to not care about the things you can't change, and instead focus on the things you can change. Build your life, try to make friends, be happy, not care about women too much, but at the same time have an open mind and an open heart, so that if you do meet somebody, you will take that action because you're not too negative. And also, when those women see you, they can see that you have friends and you have a life, instead of you sulking and you being this depressed, miserable, dark person who doesn't...
He was saying is so true. Nobody wants to be around bad energy. So if you develop that kind of mindset anyway, you've already lost. And this is what I always say, no one's coming to save you. So you need to be able to do these things for yourself as a man. You need to build a life where eventually someone can step into your life, step into your book. And I'm talking about a woman, okay? Someone you can build a family with. we're not doing all of this financial work and all of this stuff for no reason. So if you can't put things into play, if you can't accept, okay, this is my disadvantages, these are the cards that I've been dealt with, what can I do? How can I play this? You need to be a salesman, essentially. Like, you know, be a G about it, in the sense that, look, I'm the most handsome. You know, if you're really tall, because I've seen this even with tall people, I'm the most handsome tall person that there is. Tall, using that as an example, some people might be like, okay, no problem. I'm the most handsomest short person. If you're a midget, let's go even beyond short. I'm the most handsome midget that's ever existed. Even though you might not think you are, you will still win believing that you are, and eventually you will override that. Than you thinking, I'm the most hideous, ugliest midget that's ever existed. I am poor. I am terrible. You're confirming all of these negative things to you, and you start to embody it. No wonder people don't want to be around you. I wouldn't want to be around you if you're that negative. So why would a woman want to be around you if you're extremely negative like that? It doesn't make any sense. So this video is completely true. You are in charge of your destiny. You are in charge of how you're perceived. You are in charge of it in a way, you know? Yes, okay, I'm this short. I'm saying this for my short kings out there who consistently complain. Yeah, but you could change that. You could have a different energy to you. Like, don't walk like you're short. Don't walk like you're tiny. But you can walk with a presence. So they're like, whoa, this person's different. Like, and people will they'll have that ability to be able to overlook that. Like, you know, like he's just, I don't even see that. I believe you get what I'm trying to tell you. Some people will say it's easier said than done, which I agree with you. But it's like a muscle. You have to work at it. You know, if finance is a muscle that you need to work out, you don't just become good at saving your money and investing overnight. You're not just going to become great at viewing yourself in a positive light, because all the media out there is directing and pushing you towards demonizing and speaking negative things upon yourselves and viewing yourself in a negative way. Social media and all of these things, okay? It's all about looks. It's all about this, certain height, certain money, 6 figures, 6-pack. But if you start with an image of, I am a cat, but whenever I look at a mirror, I view myself as a lion, you, my friend, have won. Like this video, share this video to someone who needs to hear this. It's not over until you win, and any day above ground is a blessing. So as long as you're alive, keep on keeping on. True failure is when you stop trying. And I promise you, your life will start to take a change. Okay? So take care.